Y'all know what time of the season it is. It's chime time. We all get to that point where we realize it's time to make serious money moves, and you could do that with Chime. Take control of your finances by using Chime checking account with features like no maintenance fees, fee-free overdraft up to $200, or getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit. Learn more at chime.com/trap. Chime helps you make progress with fee-free overdraft up to $200. Get spotted on debit card purchases or cash withdrawals. No monthly fees or maintenance fees. And there's over 50,000 fee-free ATMs. To date, Chime has spotted members over $30 billion. Friends give friends a boost. I know that's right. Eligible members get complimentary boosts to temporarily increase your friend's spot me limit. When you give a boost, they can boost you back temporarily to raise your limit. So how does it work? Set up a direct deposit in your Chime account. Chime will notify you to enroll in Spot Me. With an activated debit card, Chime will spot you up to $200 when you exceed your balance. Your next direct deposit is applied to your negative balance. Chime never changes fees or interest for using Spot Me. So guys, make sure your fall finances are a little greener by working towards your financial goals with Chime. Get it? Because they got green branding is what they call it. Open your account in 2 minutes at chime.com/trap. That's chime.com/trap. Chime feels like progress. TD Tutty, taking it to the house. Whatever you call a touchdown, they matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. And you know we got a couple games this weekend. LA Chargers versus Carolina Panthers. The LA Raiders versus the Baltimore Ravens. That's a plus 8.5 on the Raiders side and negative 8.5 on the Baltimore Ravens side. Ready to do a touchdown dance of your own? Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code TRAP. That's code TRAP for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5, and you get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after insurance. For additional term and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at nfl.com/terms.
Welcome to the trap.
Get your dead body in the back.
Welcome to the trap.
Get your dead body in the back.
Welcome to the trap.
Tripping better than slipping.
Welcome to the trap.
But sometimes we tripping.
Welcome to the trap,
Welcome to the trap.
where we joke and rap,
Where we just rap.
gut busting laughs, hand slapping laps.
Girl, slap your loud.
Get you through your day,
Get you through your day.
and it's free of
I'm
cost.
so cheap.
Don't you laugh too loud.
No.
Don't get fired by your boss.
File unemployment.
Welcome to the Comedy Trap House.
You're just not an alpha to make them sit down.
It's not my priority or my dog.
It is when it's affecting our podcast audio.
It ain't affecting it because you wouldn't have known if I ain't say nothing.
Then why did you say something?
I don't know.
All right, Rome, whenever you're ready, kick it off.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Comedy Trap House. I'm your host, Rome Green Jr. in the building. We got Cam.
Emmanuel refuses to show his face. I know he got a camera.
Yeah,
We got Emmanuel.
they didn't see the episode we did last week, but I didn't show my face either. Right now, I'm in Canada hunting.
He's just never serious about his life, and I don't understand.
What you mean?
I can hear him smiling.
I need
I can hear
substance. I need substance. How else are you
need
gonna survive out here in the Canadian wilderness?
I get it. What are you hunting for exactly out there?
Um, all right, I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Okay.
I'm in a back alley in Compton right now.
Some of the back alley in Compton.
Well, I guess if that's where you at, I guess we could kick it off with Kendrick Lamar doing the Super Bowl, which I feel like is an absolute mistake. Only because it's in New Orleans. If it was anywhere else, if it was last year's Tampa and they picked Kendrick Lamar, we'd have second thought about it. Be like, all right, gonna be a good show. But because it's in New Orleans, nah, man, you gotta give that to Lil Wayne. You gotta give it to the GOAT, one top five rappers. Man who been saying he wanted for the last 2 years that he want to do that Super Bowl. Imagine in that city, you got Lil Wayne, all the people he could bring out, the Hot Boys, all this stuff.
hmm
That's the route you got to go. And it make me think that this is a little more political because him and Jay-Z been together lately. So I'm like,
Who? Wayne and Jay-Z?
yeah, I'm seeing clips lately of it. And I'm like, I know he know. It was just a weird choice for when it's in New Orleans. This is a perfect setup for a celebration. And I don't think everyone's saying, well, Kendrick can bring him out. Yeah, he can. It would be cool, but it's still not the same. And then I don't know where Wayne stands on this whole beef thing. Like, I don't know if he will come out or if he say, F it, this is too big of a moment not to come out. This is bigger than this. I don't know. It's like, I have no idea. I know his longtime engineer wrote on IG said confused, disappointed, angry, but most of all inspired. We'll never again be in a position or have the GOAT in a position where we are at mercy of someone else's decision. We will make the decisions. So I don't know exactly how Lil Wayne feel because he ain't come out and say nothing yet. But if this
You
was
said that was
before,
his manager?
that was his longtime engineer, his
Oh.
engineer. So I don't know how Lil Wayne feel. I don't know yet, but if this was before Jay-Z took over NFL entertainment, I'd be like, all right. I mean, it's the NFL, they don't know. But Jay-Z, no. That's like if they had the Super Bowl in Houston and Beyonce ain't performed at Super Bowl yet. You think anybody else is getting it in Houston than Beyonce? Or just like how they gave Dre LA, it made sense. It was the right choice. It was like, all right, that's fire, this homecoming. But for New Orleans, not every city has like a prominent figure, but New Orleans does. And I felt like that was the wrong choice when you had Lil Wayne right there. That's my piece.
Okay. Man, you want to go or you want me to go?
I guess let me hear your opinion, Rome. I'm gonna hear both sides or see what you have to say.
I've been in this space of critical thinking, right? Because I don't be thinking.
Finally.
So yeah. It's been long. It's been a long time. So I'm finally thinking now. And at first I was like, this is a wrong move. But then I had to step back. I said, let's get down to business about it though. Like we all know, we talked on this podcast, Wayne is in my top five, hands down. That's never gonna change.
Yeah.
But I gotta play devil's advocate here. I gotta see, like, was it a wrong move? I don't know, because if we look at Wayne's discography, which we are all like, it's phenomenal, but to the average Super Bowl viewer at this age in the market, I don't know if his discography is going to hold up to the masses at Super Bowl currently.
Mm.
Because he's going to do Lollipop. He's going to do Millie. He's gonna do Mrs. Officer, things of this nature. But if we really break down these songs, are they mass appeal? Amelia, yes, was one of his biggest ones, but a lot of people don't know how they feel about that one. And I'm just not sure if the reason why Dre worked is because Dre got Snoop, it's 50, it's Eminem, it's all these things. Beyonce at Houston would make sense because Beyonce's discography is for so many people, whether black, white.
Can I come back that one point right there? 'Cause I knew
Yeah,
that's where you were going.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Lil Wayne got that too. He can bring out people. He got Drake. He got Nicki. He got Hot Boys. He got all these huge people as well that he could bring out.
Hot Boys is not going. It's for New Orleans, yes, but remember, no, for New Orleans though. But
That's
remember,
fine. I mean, the whole show don't have to be Hot Boys, but you bring out special guests just for one segment, one song. It ain't nothing wrong with that. But he got Drake. He got Nicki. He got people he can bring out, and he got hits. Like, what is Kendrick performing for Super Bowl?
Well, I mean, we well, we know the most recent one. We get that. We understand that.
I mean, obviously, it would be cool for him to do Not Like Us, but I don't. Will he be able to?
He gonna do that. He gonna do that. That wouldn't make sense. Yeah, that only makes sense. He gonna do
so.
that.
And then if he bring out Lil Wayne, what's Lil Wayne performing?
He not bringing out Lil Wayne.
Who?
Kendrick.
Why can't Kendrick bring out Lil Wayne? He has to
bring out Lil Wayne.
I don't even see it. I don't see him bringing out with this whole, even with the Drake thing, I just don't even see him. Even if Lil Wayne is out of it, it don't even make sense for Lil Wayne to come out. I get it, it's New Orleans, but to come out with Kendrick don't even make sense.
Yeah, I don't know but I said that's based on what him and Drake's relationship is. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I don't know if their relationship is strong and they say F this because of the beef, I'm not coming out, or if it's like, this is too big for me to sit out. This is Super Bowl. I always wanted to do this. I got to do this, maybe even money-wise, because you know what comes after you do a Super Bowl. But as far as Kendrick, he always said Lil Wayne one of his biggest inspirations.
For sure.
So ain't no way, if Lil Wayne is willing to come out, that he ain't bringing them out in the
if he's willing.
Even just like artists bring out artists just because they in their city.
For sure.
A lot of time.
For sure.
So to bring out, if it's Kendrick in his city, you would think he gonna bring out Lil Wayne. And go ahead.
And here's the other thing though. Like, even though people been saying like we don't do the city thing, LA they did Drake. Made sense. Mm-hmm. Even when they did Vegas, they did Usher because Usher has a residency in Vegas right now and has been killing it in Vegas. So he was the right choice for Vegas Super Bowl or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's like those decisions is like New Orleans. Lil Wayne could have put on a show.
Last time in New Orleans.
And bring out people, because Dr. Dre ain't got no new music. He did stuff from the 90s. Which I love, but he brought out people and they performed old songs. There was nothing new performed there. Mm-hmm. So this thing by Lil Wayne ain't no. And then it's gonna be new music. He gonna drop an album if he was to have it close to it, just like Kendrick. If Kendrick don't drop this year, he definitely dropping before the Super Bowl. That's what everyone do. Usher did that before his Super Bowl. He didn't have no new albums until the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Oh, my album out, because it's smart business. So it's like, I'm not mad at Kendrick as a choice as an entertainer. It's gonna be fire. He's a great performer. He's gonna put on a show, but only because it's in New Orleans, I have an issue. Even if it wasn't Kendrick and they said Drake, I would have been like, it's a little better because I know the affiliation with Lil Wayne already. So Lil Wayne definitely gonna come out, but I still would have said no, wrong choice. Lil Wayne. Anybody that's not Lil Wayne don't make, like, if when the Super Bowl in New York again, I guarantee you gonna be somebody of that stature of
when they did New Orleans last time, I think that was Beyonce, because I remember that. I think that was the Ravens, Ravens 49ers. That was Beyonce last time. Yeah, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm thinking about, from a business standpoint, what they're thinking about with these white exec or whoever, even Jay-Z. I mean, I don't know if they're necessarily thinking about nostalgia and fanfare. I think about current. And so for some reason,
Then that
I
don't
could
make sense with Dre.
I could see,
But do you feel
but
Cam?
Dre is different though. That's a
I'm being going off your argument of saying current. With
no no.
nothing.
I'm saying no. I'm saying like the Dre just made for LA. I don't know why, but Dre just made. I mean, it just made sense, and New Orleans Wayne makes sense, but I just don't know if the masses to us, yes, but I just don't know if right now it makes sense,
Are you
especially
saying this current generation, like the younger than millennials,
yeah,
don't
like
know
that's what I'm
Wayne
thinking
as
about
much or
that.
respect him as much?
I'm thinking about some of that too, mixed in there.
But what that got to do with like this man's a huge
No, I
presence,
feel you. I
a
feel.
huge star, like
I'm
like he is. When you think of New Orleans and rap, you think Lil Wayne, you think Hot Boys, you think Dare Air, you think Master. Even Master P came out and then say I should be performing. He said Lil Wayne should be
for
performing.
sure. No, that would have been funny.
Like
Yeah.
they
Master P would have
know,
said that.
and that's just a passing of a torch right there. And then what's funny, I think LA is coming up again for Super Bowls.
Oh, they are.
Kendrick could have
Oh,
had that.
I didn't know they were. Oh, yeah. If he, yeah,
Kendrick
that's
could
different.
have had that.
I'm
It's
just posing an
like
argument. I don't know what they were thinking behind the scene. I don't know. I'm asking different questions.
I'm
But
saying,
I believe I would have loved Wayne to be there. Wayne made
if,
sense to me, but I'm
if
just
this was
asking questions.
Jacksonville and they said Kendrick, all right, fine. I wouldn't be thinking twice. Great selection. But because it's New Orleans, nah, man. Nah,
But why?
man.
Why? Because Jacksonville, like that, just because no one you know
No
that's
one's
great
prominent there. There's nothing, no
prominent from
prominent
Jacksonville.
figure there.
So
Yeah.
just
So
because a person is prominent from there, you think that person should perform in that city for the Super Bowl?
not necessarily, but in this case, this one is the right choice. Like it's certain cities where it's like, all right, after they did the Dr. Dre like that, I'm like, all right, now we seen how great that was, how people was excited for that. That was a great Super Bowl show, and it made sense for LA. If you come to a city like New Orleans, which is rich into their music and they sound, the sound that they adopted Cash Money and them, it just
Yeah.
makes sense for Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is big
If
enough to do the Super Bowl.
but if you look at like just still playing devil's advocate, if you look at Wayne's singles, you got let me see, I'm looking at it now. You got Block is Hot, of course.
He wasn't doing that.
I mean I know I'm naming things, but that's what I'm just going off. You got Go DJ. You got Fireman. You got Stun Like My Daddy.
Let's come on, Rome. Like he has the
Fireman, come on.
catalog
He
to do
got the
it.
No,
catalog.
no, 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 no. I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at total. I'm looking at performance. Like if you,
Between his catalog by himself and then all the songs he got with other people that are big too,
yeah,
you got
with
to
other
take that
people
into
for
account.
sure. Yeah, yeah,
He he
yeah.
he,
Not
he
for
That's
got
what
sure.
the Super
enough to
Bowl's
do it.
about.
But my like where I kind of see what Rome is saying from a business perspective is that right now Kendrick Lamar is the hottest thing in like hip hop world. You know, and maybe even in the world, at least top five, like from a musical act perspective. That
Hmm.
battle was huge. Everybody's still talking about and having Discord about it online, and it's just you know that's over 100 million on YouTube, hundreds of millions on Spotify listens. So this is gonna go into whatever dealing like this is the guy right now you want to have the biggest artist trying to in a sport right now that you know they want to get all the eyeballs on. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense where Lil Wayne, he is a legend, but
Hmm.
the talk right now is not going to be as hot about Wayne as it is about this about him right now. At least if I'm speaking from a data analyst on that side.
Yeah,
If I'm on that
yeah.
side, this is the conversations they're having, obviously, because he just got the numbers. He's hot. He's the conversations all around Kendrick in hip hop space. Jay-Z is the guy. He's supposed to be bringing hip hop acts. He's going to bring the biggest, most talked about situation right now. That I do believe. Now I sit in the middle in the sense that I feel like, you know, Kendrick can bring out Lil Wayne. I think he could just bring out Lil Wayne and he can have his moment or two because I think that'd be dope as hell. I'm not mad
Hmm.
at obviously I'm not mad at Kendrick performing at the Super Bowl. I think that's cool as hell. And it's gonna be during you know Black History Month.
What is he performing?
Kendrick?
Yeah.
He probably gonna do swimming
everything
pools. He gonna
from
do
his 5 albums or whatever that's been out that he
yeah.
has
He
hits
gonna do
on.
that.
You
He
know what I'm
gonna
saying?
Nobody
do.
want to
Stand
see
up,
swimming pools.
be
No,
quiet.
no. I feel you.
Swimming pools at the he
If
need to do better
if
than
we
swimming
if
pools.
we no, I'm just saying. I
I
know he
mean, that'd be
gonna.
better than anything I would watch Taylor Swift perform. I mean, it's like it's not like Super Bowl expense the crazies, but I think he has way than everything he performed at his concert. If he performs it there, it's great. He could do that and more. Well, I don't see any
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if he do
issues.
what he
I
did at the
think,
concert,
but
like
I think he bring out Lil Wayne on top of that. That'd be huge. You know, maybe bring out some other New Orleans act. Bring out Master P for a song too. You know what I'm saying?
Would have been so
Just
much
like
better with Lil Wayne.
just like you said,
Just
Dr.
doing
Dre.
that if he got to do all of that, it might as well just have been Lil Wayne.
That's not true because Dr. Dre, like you said, brought out all his acts. Like he can,
But he has to. But
he
look,
doesn't
Dr.
have
Dre,
to.
he's not a rapper. He has to
Ooh,
Dr. Dre's not known as this big rapper. He can't go in there and just Dr. Dre rapping. Everyone be like, nah. He had to bring out
what?
people. It's obvious.
I don't know about that, Kim. He has two of the greatest albums of all time, at least.
Yeah, Emmanuel.
Perform
But
just one of them.
if Dr. Dre only went up there and was only him, it wouldn't have been a show. He's not a performer like that. He had to bring out other acts. It makes sense. And to me, the Super Bowl is meant for the fanfare. I want to see other acts. That's why I like when Rihanna did what she did. I'm like, where's the
So
acts?
that's what I'm saying. If Kendrick is the hottest act right now, and then he's performing at the Super Bowl, and then he's showing homage by bringing out a couple new, like they do that. Like Beyonce even brings out bands from that, city or whatever to come do their quick little set right quick. He could bring out Master P right quick. He could bring out Lil Wayne. He could bring out a couple acts real quick, and then get back to his thing. And
do you think? Well,
I don't see
let's
it as
ask.
that big of a deal. I understand that is a good discourse people have started now. I was like, damn, I didn't think about that. Lil Wayne should be.
That's
But
the first
I
thing I
agree.
thought
Like
about.
I
That's
would
the
have been happy
first
if
thing
I
I thought
heard
about.
Lil Wayne was doing it.
sure.
I wouldn't
For
have
sure.
been mad at all. But I'm
Yeah.
not mad at all that Kendrick's performing. But I do think it would be a good look for him to also have Lil Wayne and you come out at least and maybe some other acts too.
See, that's the thing. I'm not mad at Kendrick doing it. I just think it wasn't the right decision for New Orleans. Like, I know he's a great performer, so it's gonna be good. Everything Kendrick does is gonna be good. It's gonna be top notch. But my thing is, this felt like this was a perfect Wayne moment for his city.
Here's the
Like,
thing, Cam. You're saying it's not perfect for New Orleans, but the NFL is think of what's perfect for the world right now. What's perfect? What's going to get the most attention for the world? Because they just had NFL in Brazil. They're trying to expand across internationally, and they got Jay-Z as the chief executive. They're going to be like, all right, well, we need somebody. We're trying to get this global. We're trying to become NFL global. Who is
then
an
they should have
artist
got
right
Drake
now?
if
Not
they
just
want
that,
global.
huh?
Then they should have got Drake if they want global.
Well,
He's the global rapper.
the only reason that he might be beat out in this particular occasion is just because of what just happened, the amount of attention that the winner has. You know what I'm saying? I do agree that Drake probably is the more global artist, but the winner of this, and for hip hop, if you're Jay-Z, you're gonna be like, yo, pick the winner. He won right now. He is the most talked about. No matter if you pick Drake or him, it's gonna be crazy talked about, but he picked Kendrick. And I just think it's just a win-win.
What made it not the perfect moment when they chose Beyonce? Was it because of the time, or like when they chose Beyonce for New Orleans?
What made it not the perfect moment?
Yeah, because Cam was saying it's the perfect moment for Wayne. Feel like why wasn't it perfect for New Orleans at that time?
Was Jay-Z in charge then?
I'm not sure. He might
That's
not
the
have
thing. Like before, if Jay-Z wasn't in charge of this, I would be like, I mean, I don't expect NFL to have their hand on the pulse of the code, what should be right or not. But it's Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Jay-Z recently been with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne been talking about this for 2 years. He been in interviews. I can send y'all clips of him saying like, when is it 2025? He like, yeah, I want to do the Super Bowl. Like, this man has enough cachet to bring out anybody
For sure.
you want to bring out.
For
like
sure.
it was just it would have been like for me, the right thing to do for me in my eyes, I would go to Lil Wayne first, like, Lil Wayne, you want to do this? This in your city. I know you would destroy this. If he say no, all right, well now let's see. But like Kendrick bringing out Lil Wayne, it's automatic. You should if Lil Wayne is willing to come out. It's
I
just you want
absolutely
to.
agree with that.
It's one of your biggest inspirations, and it's in New
Hmm.
Orleans.
The
If it wasn't in
storyline is still there. It's still a good storyline.
if it wasn't in New Orleans, he would not bring out Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah, yeah,
because it's there, of course.
yeah.
He may bring out a bunch. He may remix stuff with the New Orleans sound and all that to pay all this homage. But to me, if he's doing all of that, it should have just been Lil Wayne because he could have did it on another scale. That's what I'm saying. Like
From
it
an
just
artistic standpoint, maybe, but again, the attention. It's the attention. It's just the attention
But
part
the
of it.
Super
That's what I
Bowl
say. I
got
think it's just,
attention regardless. It's going to be 100 million people watching regardless of if it was Kendrick or Lil Wayne. I don't think Kendrick is pushing this needle where it's going to be 200 million now. It's going to be the same viewership. But it would have been cool, just like how LA got Dre. It would have been cool for New Orleans to get Lil Wayne. Someone like when I'm saying these certain cities, you got to be at a certain level. This man is one of the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just saying like a regular artist from like Kevin Gates to get no. He's not from. I mean, he from Louisiana or Bootsy. People that's from no. I'm talking about somebody who's worthy of it. This is Lil Wayne. We wouldn't have half these rappers if it wasn't for Lil Wayne.
yeah,
Even the
no.
ones y'all say
I don't
current
disagree
now,
with you that
they
he
Yeah,
can
are
I'm in
hold it
total.
responsive.
down
It's
in a
like
Super Bowl.
he
Mm.
is the guy, and he could bring out anybody.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement. That's why I'm just throwing just different things. I'm like, were they thinking business? I don't know what I'm just throwing. I would have definitely rather Lil Wayne, of course. But that's just what they
I
doing
just think
business.
I'm giving it from I'm trying to look at it from Jay-Z's
Yeah.
perspective, and as a person that's probably been held to the fire for the rest. This is a global. The NFL is huge right now. You need to bring an artist that's going to match uh the times right now and the moment and how big the NFL is trying to strive as a hip hop enthusiast and president of NFL music, whatever. So Jay-Z got the pressure on him to bring, you better bring somebody that got the numbers right now. You're going to bring the person that got the most right now, which is Kendrick.
The most numbers in what?
Well, you know what I mean, in totality for this past couple months. It's
No,
just
because it's streaming. He backed down. He backed down. And he ain't the top streamer. Drake is
well,
back at the top
even if
rapper
you take
streamer again. If you're talking about numbers again, that's what I'm saying. Like even if they pick Taylor Swift, I'm coming with this same thing. I don't want people to think this is like a Drake Kendrick beef. I'm not thinking about that at all. I'm just thinking about the city and Lil Wayne. Even if they said Taylor Swift for a Super Bowl, I like they should have picked Lil Wayne.
No,
It would have
that'd be
been
great. That'd be
perfect.
wild. That'd be
But
wild.
even though Taylor Swift got the numbers to do what Emmanuel's saying, like they picked who else? Post Malone or some all these white people that got numbers. It's just about fanfare in the city. It's like they should have known by what Dr. Dre did. It was everyone went up for the city. It was like, oh, this
Hmm.
we was at a Super Bowl party in LA with people that's from LA. They were excited.
well, but
New
but just
Orleans.
remember that's just like that doesn't happen often. That's not even
Exactly.
that's a unique moment and we can't expect that all the time.
I
It,
feel you, but this was a moment that it should have happened.
it could have.
Right,
It
right
could
It
have.
here.
definitely, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely would have definitely, yeah, Lil Wayne would have definitely been my first choice. So I was just like, maybe there's some business behind, I don't know.
That's why I said it could be political. People bring up, they used to beef. They also say, Drake and Jay-Z may be beefing. All the stuff that Drake rapped about. The higher ups want to take him out when he's proving Diddy and all them stuff. And then this whole verse on Jack Harlow thing when he predicted all this beef. These niggas. So it was like you don't know what's political now with this move or not, but it should have been Lil Wayne. I hope it's not that. I hope
Yeah,
it wasn't because of that.
yeah, it should have been Lil Wayne. Do you think? I guess we could, as should Wayne? Well, no, I guess if Kendrick asked him, maybe he
It
should. But
depends on the relationship he has
yeah,
with
depending on
if
relationship,
him and
depending on
Drake are
relationship.
cool, and if
Then,
he's truly loyal, he's not doing it. But if
yeah, you're
it's
not doing
like
it.
if him and Drake are beefing, or he could be mad at Jay-Z now. Well, I mean, him and Drake do a collab album now, going at everybody. F it.
I
Or
mean,
something like that. I don't know.
he stood with Jay Z one time before. We ain't
And
gotta.
people brought that up. They're like,
You know,
is
you
he?
know.
Is Jay-Z play the long game? He getting spiked back like, hey,
Mhm.
I got you back but I seen them recently together. Cause it was a
Yeah,
viral
yeah.
video of Lil Baby dapping up Lil Wayne, and Lil Wayne was right next to Jay-Z. It was Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Khaled. They all was right there.
I ain't gonna lie, that sounds funny. It was a viral video of Wayne dapping up Baby. Why
Oh,
was
Lil
it
Baby
vi-
coming up because the people was just saying how much influence Wayne has. So that video just made his
Oh,
rap
I'm about to say that
everywhere.
they dapped up.
Yeah. And they were saying how respectful Lil Baby did it. Because Lil Baby came in there like really respectful, like
Mm,
it was a funny video, but it's just like I recently seen them together. So like, well, I know he on your mind, like
yeah,
you
yeah. It's interesting.
and it's because they picked the hip hop act too. That's what making it like, all
Yeah,
right, you gonna pick a hip hop act,
yeah,
Little Wayne.
I mean, you never know. These niggas are petty. So maybe
Exactly.
Lil
That's what
Wayne
I'm saying.
accidentally stepped on Jay-Z's shoe and Jay-Z said, out the Super Bowl. He out.
he said I'm ending it. We're not doing it.
When Little Wayne talked about it all them couple times, people asked about it, he said he ain't been approached yet. So ain't no telling. I don't know
Yeah,
what's in
this was
store.
definitely if it was gonna be the time. I mean, like I said, New Orleans. New Orleans makes sense for Wayne. Wayne is that's Wayne. You know what I'm saying? So
Dang.
we'll see. Yeah, Kendrick, I'm sure he'll do his thing because he's a great performer. But like they might have missed the mark on like the nostalgia and fanfare of it with the Lil Wayne. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. It'll
He
still
does
get
it.
numbers, of course, but
Jay-Z does it for the whites.
it might have been
They
for the
know
whites.
Kendrick right now. They screaming they not like us too.
Might have been for the whites. The whites. Oh man. What else
That
is
other news and lighter news, something cool that I can't participate in. I heard that Wendy's is gonna bring the Krabby Patty. I don't know if it's a limited time thing.
that
I think
sounds
it's a limited
funny.
time thing, but that's cool to me. That's
That
great
is that
marketing and good nostalgia that
yeah, that's
people
good.
like us want.
That's good.
Like, if I could try it, I would definitely eat it. Even though I know it's gonna be just a burger, but it's just a cool thing that we all grew up saying, I wish I could eat a Krabby Patty at
They
Oh,
might
all
have a
Martin
secret
Luther King.
sauce. They might have a secret
They
sauce
said they're
on
gonna have
there.
the secret sauce and all
You
that. So
know.
the number is gonna go up when they drop that. I like that's
is it
cool.
actually like a crab sandwich or is it
No,
like
no, no, no. It's a burger, but they calling it the Krabby Patty recipe. They using the recipe or whatever they say in the secret
I was
sauce.
hoping when he
interesting?
Cool
said
marketing.
Krabby Patty that it was actually crab because I that would have been that would have been funny.
I don't know if I
But
trust Wendy's
yeah,
crab.
Wendy's crab is different. Is
Going
different.
through a drive-through for some crab sounds crazy to me.
Krabby Patty. So didn't they say when it's gonna be?
I forgot exactly when. I can look it up again, but I
Okay, the
like
Krabby.
it's a good marketing because
That's
What's
great
enough?
market for the kids too. It's
Yeah,
gonna make
yeah,
no
them.
yeah.
for us honestly
I
because
mean,
we
for
grew
us,
up on
really.
SpongeBob.
No,
Yeah,
there's
So
still
but
kids. Well, yeah, you might be right. Honestly, I don't know,
yeah, yeah, yeah. SpongeBob came out in '99.
but it ended in like 2015 or something.
No,
When did it end?
I don't know if SpongeBob. I think SpongeBob might be
It's still going.
rolling. Yeah, let me see.
So that's what I'm saying.
SpongeBob.
Kids are still watching it. If kids are still watching it, then
Yeah, no, it's. I believe it's still going. Yeah. Um.
okay, so this was a leak. Somebody who worked at like I guess Wendy's corporate or somewhere, so they got a notice sent to all the Wendy's that that they was planning on doing this secret Krabby Patty sauce and Krabby Patty, and then he leaked it online and got fired. So
damn.
He got fired.
yeah,
Is
because it
that
was a
worth
secret
sacrificing
thing.
your job for? Letting people know about the Krabby Patty?
So
Yeah.
It might be worth it.
Yeah.
You a
It
man for at
says
least.
it says in September 2023 the show was renewed for its 15th season.
So, okay, so kids are still watching it then. So it is for kids.
Same thing with I seen what blew my mind. I was talking to my mom about. Damn, hold on, no, I wanna hold that thought before I go to that. I remember it, but I want to say, what other cartoon things would you want to see food wise that you thought
Ooh.
that looked good.
There's
Best
this
thing that
dude
look
on Instagram that he literally takes cartoons, foods, and he just recreates them in real life. It's pretty
Yeah,
dope.
yeah.
Um,
Well, you
what's
know,
the
only because I read the book so much, maybe I want to see green eggs and ham.
Oh man, you think that's gonna look edible?
people have did that. People done that
I
online.
Oh,
don't think
okay,
that looks
okay.
good. Does it look good, Cam? When you see?
Yeah, I don't know if it did look
I
good.
think
Yeah,
they just put like food coloring or something in
oh,
it,
okay,
Yeah, no,
okay,
that
make it
ain't for
okay,
me.
green. But to
okay.
me, the best foods always was the Krabby Patty, was the ham and the steak on
The ham and the
cartoon.
steak, yeah, the ham and the steak look good on the cartoon. Or like they had them sausage links, like those on like I don't know if it maybe not Bugs Bunny, but like Tom and Jerry, I know would be eating them big plates of stuff like that. Maybe I'm trying to think if there's a specific one
I
that
don't know.
I
I
just.
always used to think the porridge from
The
what's
Bears,
huh?
the Bears, the
The wolf and
Little Red Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood. You know what I'm saying? I always thought I don't know. I thought the porridge would be good, but I don't know. In real
Yeah,
life, porridge is just cool.
that makes sense because you wear pajamas like pajama pants, so I could see you eating the porridge for sure.
What
Yeah,
were you
but
saying, Cam?
nothing was more exciting than the Krabby Patty. Like
Yeah, the Krabby
that
Patty.
was
Yeah,
just like
Krabby Patty
I
got it.
wanted to try that.
Krabby Patty got it. What's another cartoon food that you would want to see? What's a cartoon food that you would see outside that you want to see in real life besides
Outside of Krabby Patty?
yeah, outside of Krabby Patty?
Oh.
You can't. I can't think of nothing. We were trying to think of something else, but I
Them
don't.
steaks, them T-bone steaks
The
look good.
T-bone
I ain't
steaks
gonna lie.
look good on there.
I
Like
said
on
that. I
them.
said the steaks and the ham always look
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
The
yeah.
ham?
I'm
I
trying.
don't think I've seen a
Yeah,
ham.
they used to
You seen
always
the
have
ham, like the big?
big
Oh,
ham.
and it has a little thing in the middle, the
Yeah,
bone
Yeah,
in the middle. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, what's the sandwiches that Plankton made?
The sandwiches at Plankton. What's
Wasn't it the chum
wait,
chum bucket?
no, the Chump Bucket is where he worked at. Did he make sandwiches?
Yeah, with like the jellyfish jelly filling.
Oh, he did make the what's those called? Now I gotta look.
Oh, I would try Bob's Burger too.
Oh,
Bob's
Bob's
Burger.
Burger. I'll try Bob's Burger. Yeah, yeah. Let me
I ain't
see.
really watched that like that.
Plankton food, SpongeBob.
I ain't gonna hold you up. I've never.
He just said chum is a signature ingredient in all of Plankton's menus item. But what's the chum holographic meatloaf? That sounds crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
Wow.
I would try. I never had tried this, and it never really looks good to me in real life. But Homer Simpson eating that pink donut, that donut with the sprinkles. I always thought it looked good in the cartoon, but I never really.
I can see that. I can see that.
Speak,
I can see that.
Speaking of shows, though, have y'all seen Fight Night? That show, that limited series?
On
Is that
NBC.
Kevin Hart's thing?
Yeah,
I haven't watched it, but I heard about it.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
It was solid.
That shit good. They only dropped the first. I think it's only gonna be 6 episodes, but they dropped the first 3 on Friday, I believe, or something.
Mm-hmm.
That shit, I ain't gonna lie, that shit good.
It's
man.
about a heist, right?
Yeah, so it's like this. Kevin Hart's like the lead, I guess, because he's like this hustler and he's like a numbers man, but this big time fight is coming into town with Muhammad Ali coming into Atlanta for the first time, and then all these big gangsters are coming in. This is one dude he know that has a connection with one of the biggest gangsters, and he's trying to get in his good graces so he could work for him. So everything is spiraling from that thought and him trying to hustle that. But the chemistry of the cast is really good. Like Samuel Jackson, you already know. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And he is funny. The character he playing, the way he playing it, every time they end it, like they end each episode on a cliffhanger. It's always like Samuel being mad at Kevin Hart or something. and then Don Cheadle's in it. Don Cheadle's another like main character almost. So it's like these two stories, Don Cheadle's side and Kevin Hart's side, and how they mesh. But it's like really well written, really well shot. The acting is good. Taraji's in it. This is Terrence Howard's in it. It's just a great cast.
Got a friend in it. I got a friend in it too. So that's I need to check it out.
It's really good.
I thought it was a movie
I'm
at first. I
impressed.
didn't know. Sure.
When I saw the trailer for it, I was like, this looked good. I want to see this. And it actually lived up to it the first 3 episodes, not gonna lie.
What's your favorite Friday?
The first one.
First one? Oh, that's my favorite one too. They had a showing of it the other day, all 3.
Mm-hmm.
2 is funny as hell too to me.
I like all 3.
I do like all 3.
All 3 of them are great.
I do
but
like
Friday, the first one is just the one with Chris Tucker. Like,
yeah, it's just so classic. It's so classic.
The reason why the second one was really good too was one major scene was that Pinky scene. That Pinky scene phenomenal.
Pinky scene was hilarious.
Pinky scene, and then Baby D with him chasing her around the car. Like
Day was funny in general though. Like that,
he was funny.
That
Like because they could have went wrong. It could have went south if that, the partner of Ice Cube wasn't good, because coming off of Chris Tucker is tough. So for Mike Epps to come off of Chris Tucker,
he held it down. When I was younger, I didn't appreciate it as much as watching it back, but he killed it. He killed that kid.
He did.
I appreciate all 3 as different locations because the first one is at Craig's house, then they go to Rancho Cucamonga in the second one. In the third one, now they living together in some
and it's Christmas.
Different. And then what makes it cool about the third one, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
And it's just like it was just I can watch any of them and be laughing and be okay with it. But to be honest, the first one and maybe the third one are my top 2. Because that third one, it was
the third one funny.
With Damon, with Terry Crews, and then you had
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole slapping your mama, like the third one may have been funnier than the second one, to be honest.
It might have
security. It's so many more moments in the third one I remember than the second one.
You know what it is for me? Is like the first one felt the most like a movie. And then I think by the time we got to the third one, it felt like a sketch comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like it funny. It was funny as hell. Like each sketch was funny, like moment in the series, but it wasn't like I'm watching like it felt like they were really trying to make a film in the first one.
I know why. It's because the threat was different in the first one, right? You got Debo. The threat was different, and he was fighting for like. Craig
they got
was
shot
like
at
fighting
too.
They got shot at. Craig was actually fighting for something. Like you felt that when Pops John Witherspoon when he was trying to teach him how to be a man. Like you just felt it. It felt like the stakes was higher on that. So I could see why that one felt like a solid all around movie.
Like it had a chance to get serious for a second.
Yeah.
The other ones were just more like we're just gonna be straight comedy, and it was funny. It's funny, but it wasn't like I don't know. It didn't have that same heart to it. Maybe the same, but it was still amazing. They're all good.
Speaking of that, I didn't get to catch the whole interview, but I watched a lot of the clips from the Marlon and Shannon Sharp.
I saw some of it too. Yeah,
and man, the Wayans, man, I just like them guys. It's like the whole family, Keenan to Damon's always been my favorite out of everybody because he was just fun. And even Marlon in the interview, he was like Damon was just his comedy, his chops was like just genius. But Keenan, you just got to give it up to Keenan because he really he made them. He was talking about on Don't Be a Menace how they had to go through 26 drafts. Keenan made them go through 26 drafts because and Marlon's like, I'm so glad we went through the 26 drafts because I think they got to some point in the studio either turned them down, they shot it and something went wrong, and so Keenan had to go ask for $1 million more. And for them, and he went back to Marlon and Sean and said, rewrite it again.
Have you ever reached in your pockets and just pulled out a big ball of sadness? Well, that's when I understood it was time for me to get my money in order. And we've all hit that point where we realized it was time to make serious money moves. Take control of your finances by using Chime checking account with features like no maintenance fees, fee-free overdraft up to $200, or getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit. Learn more at chime.com/trap. One of the worst things I hate in this world is seeing an overdraft on my account. It's been a while, but it's like losing, getting to the end of a video game and your prize is negative $200. It's just not fun, is my point. But with Chime, you're allowed to overdraft up to $200 with no fees. Not to mention, Chime is a great financial institution that harbors a great community. Join millions of members who are working on financial progress. Chime helps you make progress with fee-free overdraft up to $200. Your next deposit is applied to your balance. Get spotted on debit card purchases and cash withdrawals. No monthly fees or maintenance fees. Over 50,000 fee-free ATMs. To date, Chime has spotted members over $30 billion. Oh my goodness. I guess friends give friends a boost. Eligible members get complimentary boosts to temporarily increase Friends Spot Me limit. When you give a boost, they can boost you back to temporarily raise your limit. How it works? Set up a direct deposit to your Chime account. After a qualifying direct deposit of $200, Chime will notify you to enroll in Spot Me. With an activated debit card, Chime will spot you up to $200 when you exceed your balance. Your next direct deposit is applied to your negative balance. Chime never changes fees or interest using Spot Me. Make your fall finances a little greener by working towards your financial goals with Chime. Open your account in 2 minutes at chime.com/trap. That's chime.com/trap. Chime feels like progress. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp NA or Stride Bank NA, members FDIC Spot Me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Boosts are available to eligible Chime members enrolled in Spot Me and are subject to monthly limits. Terms and conditions apply. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details. TD Tutty, taking it to the house. Whatever you call a touchdown, they matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. We got New Orleans Saints and Dallas Cowboys, so you can bet on Dak Prescott throwing a couple touchdowns. San Francisco, Minnesota Vikings. We got a couple games going on that'll be tight, some will be blowouts, but you get to bet on touchdowns. Ready to do a touchdown dance of your own? Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code TRAP. That's code TRAP for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5, and you get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after insurance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at nfl.com/terms.
And so that last rewrite is the one we saw. But Marlon was like, if we wouldn't have had those 26 other drafts, we wouldn't have been able to take pieces from each one to make this masterpiece at the end of it. It was just, I was like, yeah, he was like, and Keenan, he said just Keenan had a knack for seeing talent. Cause like even on Living Color, Rosie Perez was a dancer and J-Lo was a choreographer and J-Lo was a dancer. He told them they needed to do more. And, we wouldn't have Jim Carrey if it wasn't for Keenan, which is wild to think about. Like Hollywood was kind of done with Carrey.
You had Tommy Lee. You had Tommy Davis.
Yeah, everybody.
You had what's his name? Who played the gay film critic?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not forgetting David Allen Greer.
David Allen Greer, yeah. Everybody.
You had his sister on there. All them people.
And Shannon Sharp was like, I didn't realize that Living Color was only a 4-year run.
That's crazy.
There's only a 4-year run. And
the impact that you had in that 4 years is wild.
And it was because he said, I think Damon tried out for Saturday Night Live. They didn't want him. And Keenan was something else with Saturday Night Live. And so he was like, I'm just going to make my own show. And Damon was like, I'm taking all the sketches I have for them and putting it on. So every sketch we've seen from there was like from Saturday Night Live, and they said Kim Wayans was in the writer's room. She was killing it with the pen, and she was funny on there too. But they say he was like she was writing a lot of stuff. I was just like, man, that shit was so beautiful because it was like we just stuck to our guns with everything. With the they said even when the Wayans brothers was coming on, they said they had John Witherspoon on, and NBC was like, either you change John Witherspoon or we can't pick it up. So they said, well, it is what it is. And that's when WB was just coming out and they were looking for a flagship show. So had they went to NBC, they wouldn't have been the flagship show. So WB was coming and they said, well, we only doing it with John Witherspoon. And they was like, all right, well, yeah. And so that's what it came to be. And that led WB. Like when you think about it, Wayans Brothers was. I was just like, man, it's just so crazy. Like, but Marlon was always like, it's because we stuck to our family. We didn't let anybody that came with us. It was like it was family. Like we didn't break for nothing. If they didn't want the team, then it just is what it is. But it always worked out. Yeah, and Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 2, he talked about that whole thing and how Weinstein and Miramax tried to get over on them, and that's why by the time you got to Scary Movie 4 and 5, like the Wayans' heart wasn't in it no more, so it didn't work no more. Scary Movie 1 and 2, phenomenal. It's phenomenal films. Phenomenal comedy. I was like, man, you just like they need a documentary. They need a documentary.
They've been going since the 80s, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, they need a documentary. They deep.
They just got to start with Keenan because Keenan was with Robert Townsend and all them, and Robert Townsend was with Eddie Murphy first, and then when he was doing them stand-ups, that whole era was just insane.
Yeah,
and Keenan and Robert Townsend and all them, like way they did it was crazy. And think how hard it is to get a show as a black person back then. So for him to do that in them 4 years, actually get that show without being a household name, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's
like
wild.
It was no necessarily stars on there. They became stars through the show, but like the first get it is crazy.
Yeah.
The only mistake he ever made was finding J-Lo and putting her into the world the way she was destroying Ben Affleck's life like this. I can't believe her. I liked him as Batman.
I can't even keep up with how many times they've been together and not been together no more. I'm like, what's going on?
The funniest thing that came from that is they said, I seen this meme that I ain't gonna lie, made me laugh. They said whether a woman is rich or not, when they break up, they do the same thing. They said they're gonna post their butt, they body, they're gonna post a positive motivational quote.
And she been going on a run too.
J-Lo did all of that, and it just made me laugh because they used hers as the evidence. And I was just like laughing.
But how many times you gonna do it? Because she broke up, got divorced so many times now. It's like
I gotta pee real quick.
You just do the same thing every time. You could see it in your timeline, like every time you broke up.
But J-Lo has that reputation in Hollywood that she's like an asshole, hard to work with, and people don't like her. So
man, that's everybody in Hollywood.
But I've heard it so much about J-Lo, so it's just like it almost like if that's true on an individual basis, when it comes to relationships, it's probably the same thing. Especially if she keep getting divorced. So I don't know, but then it's something about them going back to her too, but then getting divorced again is like that's I don't know. Who knows, man?
She Latina, of course they going back there. They're trying, but yeah, to marry her again, that's crazy. Then crazy. But he's an alcoholic. Like she went back to this man. He's an alcoholic. Why are you leave him alone? Now she's gonna go to Diddy next. Watch, go back. She's gonna.
I don't think anybody going to Diddy right now. I think Diddy on his own. What makes me laugh because do you remember when Diddy was? I don't know. Someone sent this to me 2 days ago. They was like, they'll never forget what 50 Cent said about Diddy. They had a picture of Diddy riding a bike after the whole, scandal that he was going through. So in Miami, and if you go to the comments under 50 Cent said, y'all know it ain't no seat on that bike, right? And I just died laughing. I'm like, that man 50 Cent is one of the most diabolical comedians. Like he's not a rapper. He's a comedian masquerading as a rapper. He's not a rapper. This man is a comedian.
They say it ain't no seat on that
and it's the funniest thing. Why is he such a menace?
He's a menace.
But you know what else is a menace? Did y'all hear about the dude that sat on his toilet and his sack got bit by a python?
Oh my goodness.
I didn't
Oh
read about that article.
It's a
no.
video. It's a video of the dude hand just got the snake, and you just see blood on the seat and stuff. But he got the hand of the snake. So
Is this
it's
in
been plenty
Florida?
of. I don't know where it was. It's been plenty stories of snakes in toilets. Now I'm back on my, looking, make sure everything good, flushed in a good courtesy. Especially after I seen that one when the person said this is why you should flush your toilet. When he flushed it, then a big spider came from under the
Mm-hmm.
brim where the water comes from. Every time, especially when I'm in another country, I'm flushing that toilet.
Absolutely.
There
Absolutely.
ain't nothing in there. Like,
And I ain't gonna
Absolutely.
hold you up. If I was a snake, I'm biting some balls too. Some balls would look good as hell, boy.
makes sense. It's heat.
They just
It's,
Hey,
dangling like
no,
some
no,
fruit.
you got it.
when they
They
flick their
dangling
tongue.
like some fruit. I'd be like, oh,
That's
some
that's
mangoes in
a
this bitch.
But
I don't
think
use
about it like
say
this.
pause. That's a big pause. That's a
It
big one.
makes sense as a snake
Rome, you
though.
know you biting them balls.
Their tongues are just heat seekers. They seek and they feel the heat through their tongue. So it's like they see a sack. It's a lot of heat down there. So of course you're gonna
Oh,
go for that.
so you
So
getting
I
your balls
wonder.
licked before they bite?
What'd you say?
So you getting your balls licked before they bite?
I think he just went for the bite.
You said they feel with their tongue. So
And them teeth sharp. Them
Oh
them
yeah.
them
Why you think he was
them teeth.
bleeding?
that's
Ah.
crazy. That's crazy.
Now
He
that
lucky he
maybe.
wasn't venomous. That would have been done. He would have been done.
But
Oh yeah.
also I was thinking like maybe because I guess the snake didn't grab. Maybe he just bit it and he was able to, because if he would have grabbed, like that's a whole nother
Oh, if he would have
situation we
grabbed
got.
and pulled, oh my
Oh
God.
my
Oh
God.
my
Ooh.
God.
Ooh.
How do you
Oh my.
poop after that? It's
Yeah,
hard to poop after that.
yeah, it's hard to poop after that. Yeah,
Oh my God.
that's tough. Oh, and he a man, he grabbed that snake. Was the snake dead but when he had it, or he couldn't tell?
Nah, it looked like the snake's still alive.
Oh. Oh, now he gonna
Sheesh.
have little half snake babies.
And it was a big
Duh.
python too. That was no small little python. That was
Mm.
uh,
Mm-mm.
And
that
pythons aren't poisonous. They're not.
No,
not venomous. No,
they just
Man.
squeeze.
they squeeze, they constrict. So that was
Oh
the
my God.
best.
If it would have
That was
wrapped
the best.
around that motherfucker. Oh
Yeah,
my
that's the
God.
best. That's the best snake to get bit by in that situation. But it still could, have some type of bacteria or something in his body.
Yeah.
So immediately to the hospital, get a shot in your nuts, which is gonna hurt too. But
I
Oh,
was.
oh, you
venomous.
get bit and then you gotta get a shot.
Oh yeah, you got
Oh,
to get
you gonna
that.
take that shot?
Oh,
You gonna take
your
that shot
balls are going
immediately.
through trauma. Your balls are gonna need better help. Speaking of,
Absolutely.
this episode is brought to you.
Oh my God,
Well, I guess
that's
that's our
rough.
Better Help ad break right there.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
other than that, football is back. It came back officially on Thursday, but for the masses, it came back on Sunday.
hmm
Um, how do y'all feel about this season thus far?
What happened?
I mean, the Chiefs and Ravens kicked off the season, and then they went to Brazil with the Eagles and the
Yo, I
Packers.
ain't gonna lie. The first two games of the season were incredible. That Chiefs game and then the Green Bay game with Eagles, those were actually like, wow,
Solid game.
NFL is back. It makes you think sometimes they script in NFL because it's like that was entertaining as hell for the first two games of the season. Like it was crazy how it both went down the last second, it's things and they were high scoring, high performing. I was like, NFL back. And then I watched my game on Sunday and it was just like, all right, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Well,
I think.
you.
Shut up, Ron.
I
Go
was
ahead,
about
Cam.
to say.
What were you
No, I was going. Yeah, I think it started off. Started off cool first Sunday. I think all the rookies are having to figure out they trying to get their legs up under 'em, trying to see
Yeah.
what's going on. That NFL speed probably looking different with them starters in. They a little shook, but yeah, I thought it was a good first Sunday of football.
And then I was also go ahead, Cam, my bad.
I was just gonna go back to your point, Emmanuel. I think they were good because when you choose all four of those teams that kicked off the season were playoff teams. So you knew it was gonna be a battle. They wasn't gonna put like Jacksonville against Kansas City for it to be a blowout. You're gonna put two of the best quarterbacks in the league going head to head. So of course it's gonna come down to the wire, especially with the talent they got. So I watched the Chiefs one, but Friday I was at an event, so I didn't get to watch the Green Bay one. But it was cool that it was in Brazil. And me
Man.
and Rome were joking about how I know a lot of them players were having fun off the field as well in Brazil. So
Absolutely.
whoever lost probably had the most fun off the field.
Right.
But then
Definitely.
at Sunday games, those were some of them. I watched the Bears 'cause I wanted to see Caleb.
Me too.
And
What
then
you think? Let's talk about that for a second because obviously, number one pick was Caleb, number two pick was our guy Jane Daniels. So I kind of feel like I'm gonna be watching both of them close because they're gonna be connected for however long people gonna be comparing. But
I think
they only won off 100 and something yards of total offense.
Yeah.
And he looked like a rookie, but he flashed some things to me that I was like, okay. But it definitely wasn't that like, he had a crazy preseason game. It wasn't that type of thing.
Yeah, if it wasn't for their defense, Chicago would have lost for sure.
Definitely.
Because defense was what scored
2 touchdowns, right?
Special teams, they scored as well.
Yeah.
Because he was struggling, but it's his first game. So
it's first game.
Nothing crazy. The one I was shocked about was Marvin Harrison not doing anything. Then I seen he was wide open on one that Kyler Murray didn't get to him. But I feel like Marvin Harrison is capable of having like one of them Randy Moss rookie seasons if they can get him the ball, obviously.
Yeah.
That time. But
I think we won't be able to.
Caleb gonna be all right, but you got to settle in.
I feel like you got to look maybe like 6 games in, 6, 7 games. I think they got to get in some type of rhythm. Because all the rookies across the board were pretty much below. Because they were talking about it this morning, it was like all the rookies have to. Look, them lights look different, but what also look different is Deshaun Watson. It might be it if he'll get together.
Is this the Cowboys game?
Yeah. But Deshaun Watson ain't look good even last year, or so they saying like
he flashed last year, but yeah, I guess he was.
Cleveland gave him that money, and he just looking like a deer in the headlights. I don't know what they just not. So somebody said it was karma for them hands.
Only time will tell if that's like Deshaun being bad or our defense has really schemed them up. But it's also I don't put too much like wait until week 1 because everyone's rusty. Because most of the time the starters don't play no preseason, so it's gonna take like 2 or 3 weeks to get acclimated and get into like the feel, and then there's a bunch of new players playing together. So it have been our defense that schemed them up and made them look that bad, or is this they not used to the new coordinator and everything they got going on yet? So
the only reason I say it might not be the defense, he may be on the decline is because Joe Flacco came in at the end of the season and took him to the playoffs, and Deshaun was not doing good before that. So,
but also when a new quarterback come in, they change up the offense. So it's like to tailor what Flacco's strengths are. So like with a Deshaun Watson, you may do more bootlegs and all of that. With Flacco, he may just be more of a pure pocket passer. So they may call it, and it just worked well for Flacco. And Flacco's a veteran. So
it might work well with the receivers in the team.
Yeah.
What's funny is Stephen A was like, they called Flacco, he was eating chips on the couch, and he came in and took him to the
That's how he always looked.
Also, when Flacco play, he gonna play more conservative. He not trying to be the
For sure.
He's not gonna take these home run shots all the time. He's just gonna try to manage the game. Deshaun, with his arm talent, or what it used to be at least, he gonna try to take them shots. He still has some speed on his runs. Because there was times when he ran away from Michael Parsons, and Michael Parsons fast, or he was just a little quick or whatnot. Deshaun and getting out of it. So I don't know. I got to see because he got
I got to see it. Yeah.
He got Jerry Jeudy, he got Mari Cooper. It was this. I don't know. I think with Nick Chubb gone too, because like Browns are a running team, so if they establish the run, it'll be hard. But since we got the lead, we were able to pin back and make them one-dimensional. And anybody you do that to is gonna be easy.
From a business standpoint, do you think? I mean, I know Cowboys just got money, but did that deserve all of that from your standpoint as a fan?
I was arguing with my dad about this yesterday. because he was like, "There's no way Dak should be the highest paid player in NFL history." I'm like, it's just semantics. The next big player that come up gonna overtake his contract. It is what it is. It's not like a statement that he's the best player, but what people I always tell people, they're like, "We gotta get rid of Dak." Then for who?
Yeah,
It's not easy to find a quarterback. Like, not trying to be funny, but look at Emmanuel's team. They've been in quarterback purgatory for a decade. It's not fun.
It's not easy.
5-11 seasons when you don't have a chance. Like, yes, Dak hasn't performed well in the playoffs, but at least we get in there. Hopefully something will switch where we get a chance. But not being in the playoffs is worse than being in the playoffs.
Yep.
And then you have no chance. So I'd rather next 4 years, I guess, keep trying to get to the playoffs and hopefully something change and switch and we get there instead of not even having a chance. Because it's like, and then who's coming out next year? They say, Shador. I like Shador, but I got to see. I don't know who the other big, like this past draft was the big quarterbacks with Caleb and Jaden and all these players. So I don't know. It's like, at least we've been winning games and we get into the show to have a chance. It sucks when you don't even have a chance. Like, look at Giants right now. That's who they should be arguing about paying a quarterback. They paid Daniel Jones huge money to be as trash as he is. At least Dak's putting up numbers where he's considered to be an MVP last year.
Yeah, for sure.
All people gonna do with Dak is, if he has a great season, well, it don't matter until it's the playoffs. If he have a bad season, that's why you don't pay him. So he can't win unless he wins the Super Bowl.
But as a fan, this is just fan question. Does it matter if he can't get through the playoff for you?
It matters, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, because you said that's what people gonna say. Because you said that's what people gonna say. So, like, do you think that that's a good argument for people?
No, because unfairly, just like a LeBron James or someone, because he's the quarterback of the Cowboys, he gets judged unfairly. Like, look at Jalen Hurts. People be like, this man is way better than Dak. He's a top 5 quarterback. For what? He had one season. Last year, he was trash.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This season, he should have had 4 interceptions. They dropped 2 of them. Like, what do we say?
I'll at least say
He's have all the talent in the world around. Like, if Dak played for any other team, people would love Dak. It's because he's a Cowboy. Anybody who's a Cowboy, just like Tony Romo, you're going to get criticized. They're not going to like you. So it's just like he unfairly gets this, like if you look at Lamar Jackson's numbers last year, he won MVP because that one game against San Francisco. Dak had 10 more touchdowns, more yards, less interceptions, but Lamar won it because of his one performance to 49ers.
But even if Jalen Hurts has below numbers, does it count for something that he got to the Super Bowl?
He did get to the Super Bowl, but honestly, it was that defense. That defense was crazy that year. Like,
I get it.
Look, when he didn't have a defense, what he do last year? Like last year, I kept saying Eagles are trash. They getting lucky with these wins until that luck ran out at the end of the season. They lost 4 straight to teams that was even below they had no business losing to. Like, their record last year, they shouldn't even been in the playoffs. They were so bad. They just was getting lucky with these wins. Like Buffalo. Remember what happened to Buffalo wide open? Like, it was just every time until the luck ran out. And then even this game, Packers should have beat them in this game. Once again, they get lucky. I don't know what juju they got. I do love their GM, because I love their GM go out and just make this work with the numbers. I don't know how he do it and get these but I don't believe in him, dog. Especially like how they talk to him. He just top 5 off one season.
Yeah, no, not off one season. That's wild. That's
what I'm saying. Like,
that's wild.
Like, if we didn't sign Dak free agency, he was getting more than what we gave him. For sure, somebody was picking him up. Somebody was going. He was not going to be a free agent for long.
Yeah,
like,
I just think it's
like,
it's just always a tough argument. I get it from a totality standpoint. Yeah, I don't think he should be a top 5. I guess it's always just tough because people are always just going to say, well, he got to the Super Bowl. That's all they always going to say.
They'll question you after that, too, because they question Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl, and they still be like, well, he only got one, and he has been da-da-da-da. So
yeah,
it is what it is. It happens with everybody.
But the reason Aaron get that, because he's generational.
Yeah.
When you generational, you definitely should. They feel like he should have more than one. Like, he's generational talent. That's why. So
I watched the
Jack is a
watched it.
fourth round pick. He has overexceeded everything. They compare him to first round picks. Like everybody who went in his draft class is on another team because they couldn't get it done with their team. Like he's a fourth round pick that's exceeded all expectations. Even if he's hit his ceiling, he did it. He won.
Do you
This is
think
because he played
that
for
Kirk
Dallas.
Cousins deserves to be talked about in the same vein?
He's better than Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins been stealing money forever. Look at Kirk Cousins yesterday. Who Kirk Cousins did yesterday? Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins have been playing a long game. You know what? It's because he's a follower of Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? So he been holding it down for, you know what I'm saying?
I'll say the one
Amen.
I blame Dak on is the San Fran exit that we had when the defense held them to like 17 points or something, a low score, and Dak didn't deliver then. But last year's playoff performance, everybody played bad. The defense didn't stop Green Bay once, and that's what I hate about Dan Quinn. He don't make adjustments. He just kept letting the same thing happen. So it was just like, but you know, the quarterback gonna get the blame and the praise. So
yeah,
it is what
I watched a 10-minute interview with Aaron Rodgers and my name stuck in my mind. Quarterback Alex Smith. Yeah, Alex Smith. And I ain't gonna lie, it was two 40-year-old men having a good football conversation about life. And it just felt good. I was like, you know, it's not too many times I hear two white men talk and I feel real good about it. So it was it was solid. But what was interesting, you know, because I believe this is it for Aaron. Like this is I think this is the
last year.
Yeah, I think this is it. But the way he was talking, not the way he was talking, but just like you could feel that energy. But I like Aaron Rodgers, even if his family don't. I like Aaron Rodgers.
Add me with his family. I don't like him either.
Yeah. I kind of am rooting for him even tonight. I want him to have a good walk-off season if this is his walk-off season. He was like, I'm a little nervous. He was like, I just got to get the jitters out of like that first run to the sideline and maybe getting hit, because last time he got hit is when he tore his Achilles. So
yeah.
But yeah, it was a good interview. But watching Alex Smith also just made me think about his injury, which was it was horrible. That was a horrible injury for Alex
So who do you
Smith.
think gonna win tonight?
I want the Jets to win because of Aaron, but I think San Fran gonna win. To be honest, I think
who they play?
It's in San Fran.
Oh,
San Fran.
Yeah, it's in San Fran. If the Jets defense can, like, Brock Purdy isn't the end all be all, but I think if the Jets can, you know, get him rattled, then they might have a chance. If Aaron, he said the chemistry's been good with the team, everything been good, so it might be.
Let me tell you,
they can
Shanahan is always hard to go against, man.
For sure,
especially in this first game. That coach, he will come out with all the tricks and warrior mindset. So I don't know. I might have San Fran winning it.
They window closing though. Because as soon as they got to play Brock Purdy, that's it. With all them big contracts.
Right.
That's it. Yeah. So they got to win within these next 2 years, bare minimum. And that's it for them.
I was just to switch gears. I was talking to my mom, and Wheel of Fortune was on, and I was like, "Man, how long Wheel of Fortune been on?" And she goes, "I think I started watching Wheel of Fortune when I was a teen." I said, "Oh, you want to start watching when you was a teen?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, and it was Pat Sajak and Vanna White, and she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "No," because what made me think about it, because Ryan Seacrest about to take over Pat Sajak.
That man just be making money.
He just be making. I said he be making the right move.
So Ryan Seacrest, I haven't even heard his name in a long time.
Oh yeah, he about to take over Wheel of Fortune. So that's another bag. They were just talking about it. Pat Sajak said, "I'm done with these letters. I'm done." But Vanna White gonna still be on there. I was like, you talking about consistency of a long show and just being on the same show for decades. I was like, that's wild.
If you find you one show you good, like Survivor been on forever. Survivor has been on forever.
Oh yeah.
American Idol.
The people that created that show, they set. They good.
Get you that is long. I was like, that's longevity. Now, but I wanted to ask that because, like, for y'all, just as creatives, do you feel like you could have like how Pat Sajak and Meadow was on that show for that long, or do you think because you have so many other creative things, you would have to like, I gotta go explore other things, or could you do that thing for that long, like them?
Like that specific, like the
Yeah,
Wheel of
like that
Fortune.
specific. Yeah, like that specific. Like you getting a check. People they showing up to watch, middle age, some young, so like you getting it, or the other route is for you, just your personal.
I mean, sacrificing a soul for a check ain't the worst thing in the world, I guess. Nah, the me now says no. Like I like to do the endeavors I like to do and build it from ground up, but I can't dismiss the fact that as you get older, things change. So I might,
That's true. That's true.
when I get to whenever they started, 50 and went to about 90 years old.
Yeah, they old.
Yeah, but if you get on up in age, I might want something like that where you're secure, you always got a check coming in, it's a good show, your name's in good graces. But
Wheel of Fortune, it says the American game show Wheel of Fortune has been on the air since January 6, 1975.
oh yeah. So I don't know. That's an amazing accomplishment too, if that's how you see it. You know what I'm saying? If your mom,
So my mom was a teen. I mean, sorry, she was 10.
damn,
That's
young. My parents were in college.
wow. My
10.
parents were about 78 years old. No, I'm just not.
Come on, man. Come
I
on.
was in college or something. I wanted to.
But yeah, I don't know the other.
Oh.
Go ahead, Ken.
I was gonna say it just depends where I am in my life. Say I just got a family, I'm like, all right, I got this check coming in, and I can use this money to fund the other endeavors I want to do. And I think it's about a time thing, because you know how like talk show hosts, they be on TV every day. I think that's a lot. Like every day, I gotta be stuck this right here. It's not the worst thing in the world, obviously.
But it's just a job, right?
Yeah,
It's
but if it's like seasons, like say like ridiculousness, I can do ridiculousness because it's the seasons. I film these 20 episodes, and I'm free for the rest of the year, but I got this consistent money that's been for however long seasons. That would be more ideal for me.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm gonna have all this free time and use this money to do what I want to do. But like Jimmy Kimmel's, when they be on every night for just months on end, I think they get their breaks or something, but it's just like that's a lot to me.
I think because
but
them
they film during the day, right? So it's like a regular 9 to 5. So like you come to work 9 to 5, get off. Do you feel like you could do that as a job? Can you do I feel like if you could do a 9 to 5, you could do that.
I mean, of course I can, but I'll rather have the ridiculousness set up where
of course
I've got the same amount of seasons, but I'm just coming at a certain block. Like we shooting this for a month straight, 21 episodes, and then I'm good for the rest of the year until I gotta come back for 1 month. Like versus months on end every day. I can't go nowhere because I gotta be on here. I gotta be performing every night. Like the entertain every night is a lot.
That's a job.
That's different from just coming on set and filming and you can mess up. This is in front of a live audience. I got to be on it. I got to be prepared. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, you got to give it to them, like, your Jon Stewarts, all of them, like, because I think, but with a lot of them, the Jimmy Kimmel, Jon Stewart, Colbert, they started in stand-up. And so I believe they just had those reps, and so when they go to this job, yes, it's not stand up, but it kind of can be, and so it kind of feels maybe like that same, because for even stand up, you got to have like a love, like a deep passion to be out there every night going. So maybe that's what keeps them going. It could be possibly that, because it feels like chops and reps for their like writing or stand up, even though they have team of writers and stuff like that, but they get to be on the fly, talk to hosts, and do all that stuff. So that could be some of it, but yeah, I'm more of the cam route too. Like, yeah, let's film a certain amount and then we can do that. Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
But for Ryan Seacrest to take over, that's perfect because he's gay.
No, that's perfect.
Is he gay?
I don't think so. No. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think. Maybe not.
I was gonna say because of that, that has a rainbow kind of aesthetic. Wheel of Fortune, got a lot of colors in it. It's a perfect show to be gay.
I mean, also they do have a lot of letters, so you got the
Yes,
LBG. There's a lot of letters on Wheel of Fortune. So
right.
I will
makes
say
sense.
this since we're talking about gay. Like when we lived in Atlanta, of course, this is a mecca for gay people to come. They feel comfortable here. And they everywhere in Atlanta. You just get used to it until you move
Mhm.
away from Atlanta. Then you're like, I ain't really been seeing that many gay people like that. Maybe because of maybe Atlanta's smaller, but ever since being in LA for 11 years, now being in Atlanta right now, going to I went to a event at a museum at the High Art. Every first Friday of the month, they do this thing where you can come and look at the art, but there's also a DJ in there, outside and inside, playing tunes where people can dance and mingle and all that. Then they have food trucks. So it was a cool event. But I was like, it's so many gay men in here. And I was just like, I wasn't used to that anymore, not living in Atlanta. I have to remember I'm in Atlanta again. It was just like, so when he said that, that's the first thing that came to my mind. It was just like, and,
It felt good.
some of
It
them be
felt good for
bold.
you.
They'll try to talk to you, be looking at you. I'm like, yo, y'all see me here with girls. Like,
To be fair,
good.
the event you said you were going to, it sounds pretty gay.
Music at a museum.
Pretty gay.
Pretty.
I guess so. Then I guess that's my type of event.
Okay.
Since we on the gay topic, Emmanuel, have you tried audio like to share on here today, or you didn't try it today?
Share audio on here?
Yeah, you remember how last time we was trying to get it to work? Do you know if it works?
Oh
or you
yeah,
didn't try?
you can do it on your end. Just click the share
Okay,
button.
let me see. I'm trying to see because remember we couldn't hear the audio last time.
Oh, I think since it restarted now, it should work. But
Okay, let me see.
I can
If I
edit it out if
can.
it doesn't.
Okay, let me see this this video. Let me close it. Okay, here we go. All
There's
right,
a
let me
lot of
share
beautiful
screen
black
too.
women here too at that event too. It was stupid.
Oh, I know
With
the black
bodies
girls.
too.
Stupid.
Bodies too. It was just stupid.
Host.
Stupid.
It says host disabled participant screen sharing, so the host done goofed. And you the host, so
That's
yeah,
usually.
so
Go ahead, try it
yeah,
now.
man. Oh, go ahead, try it now. Okay. Here we go. All right, let me see. Okay, you can see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear? Let me see if I press play. Can you hear? You hear it?
Nope.
Dang.
Hold on. Advanced sharing options. Let me see if nah. Damn, why can't we
Girl,
hear
an
now?
STD by using her strap on. That's wild.
Let
She
me
didn't clean the strap.
She said she'd be cleaning the strap, but somehow it was a wild story about she was using the strap on with another girl, and then I don't know, either she forgot or something happened, and she got a STD from her strap on. I was like,
Oh my God.
I said, this is what I said. What
Oh,
we
she gave
live.
herself an STD.
No,
So she used it on a girl who had an STD. Then she used it on herself later.
that's what that's what I'm thinking. Well, I got to go
Damn.
rewatch it. I can't remember if the strap gave the girl the STD or her, but either way, it's just a strap out here giving STDs, and that sounds insane.
I heard of it before. They call it dyke dicking.
I just
What's
know
up, Ron?
I know his
When
face.
he's about to say a joke.
I just
What you
know
say, Ron?
like I have this nigga figured out, dog. Like he just
You ain't
he don't
never
know
heard
when to
of
be
dyke digging?
he don't know when to be serious, dog.
Dyke digging. Ain't nothing but dyke digging.
You know what? I did read about that one biology book.
Exactly. 7th grade. Dyke digging 101. You could get STDs from a dyke dick.
That's wild. I know they upset. Like if you did give the girl, if she gave the girl that from the, she probably like, I ain't even mess with no real thing, and I'm out.
That's wild. I never heard of that before. Like, that's the first time I ever heard that from a.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I was like, that's crazy.
So she
but it
definitely
makes
didn't
sense.
wash it. She didn't wash it.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting. And then on top of that, I watched this doctor talk about this story of this girl that had two vaginas, which
Emily was breaking that down. You talking about Emily video?
Oh no, it was another. I mean, maybe she was breaking down that video. Maybe she might be breaking down that video. But yeah, and it was just quite interesting. I was like, so could they have two babies at the same time? Like, I was like, I don't know.
She said she got two uterus, two of everything. I was like,
oh, she got two uterus too?
Yeah, so it's a possibility that she probably have two babies at a time. But what I was thinking of as a guy, you almost got two girls right there. Like, is
you
one
do,
better than
you
the
do.
other? Which one better than the other? You know?
That's true. And you had to tell her like, hey, your left cooch better than your right cooch. You gotta step it up a little bit.
And then hopefully they don't get periods at the same time, because
that's what
if
I was
one's
about
on
to
the
say.
period, then
That's
the
exactly what I was about
available,
to say,
baby.
That's exactly what I'm about to say. Is it different cycles? But you know how when girls live together, they cycles sync. So she gotta have a sync cycle with both her vaginas. It just don't make sense if it don't.
Man, God don't like her if she did if that's the truth. Look,
that's insane.
But if I was with her, I'm definitely naming them different women. I'm definitely naming them different women. Like, man, I'm going to Brittany today because Ashley tripping.
And I'm gonna tell her to label it too.
Label it.
She said basically, she said one on top, then her pee hole, then there's one on the bottom. That's how she said it.
You say that again, Cam?
She said her holes are situated where it's one on top, then her pee hole, then there's one below that. So
that's crazy.
Situated, she said.
So I basically got 4 holes to mess with. You tell me.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Straight down in a line.
It's like a bowling ball.
Yeah.
Like it's 3 holes like a bowling ball down there. You can put 3 fingers.
That's hilarious, dog. Oh my God.
I think Rome froze.
Yeah, Rome, you froze. Hit your computer a couple times. But yeah, I mean, personally, I'll put my my meat in one, and I'll put a dyke dig in another one. And I'll be like, yo, let me hit this at the same time. Where you buy a dyke dig from?
Can you still hear me or no?
I can hear you, but your video froze.
Like, stop your video for a second, Rome, and then start it again.
Oh, got you. Let me turn.
You moved. Something happened.
Yeah, I'll leave it here for a second.
Well, don't you got to go anyway? Don't you got a meeting coming up?
Yeah, dyke dick appointment.
Yeah, I do got to relax.
That was funny. All right. I think that's all I got for subjects.
Anything else happen in the world? No.
Pretty much it.
I guess that's it. Well,
of the major news, yeah, that's it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh! One last thing, man. I told Rome already, but we had a full circle moment. So I'm watching this movie called Thelma. You can hear me? Thelma. So basically, it's about an old lady that gets scammed, and then she goes on a mission to get her money back from the scammers. It's a comedy. And actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's a really good movie, and it's funny. It's a lot of old people jokes and stuff. It's funny, and it got some fairly known actors in it or whatnot that you would know. But what made it a full circle moment? Do you remember when we lived in NoHo, when we first moved to Cali? Emmanuel?
Yeah, I'm listening.
You remember if you go on our balcony and look straight down that lamp shop?
Yes.
And we used to always like, that's a drug front because no one's ever in there.
Nobody goes.
When in the movie, when she found the scammers, they were working out of the back of that lamp shop. And I saw her dying laughing. I'm like, what a full circle moment on a joke we had for over a decade.
That's
and then
hilarious.
they go into that shop. And then what made it even funnier, when they was in the back of the shop, the dude said, we're scamming because business is bad right now. And I'm like, duh, who buying lamps every day?
Yeah, that's the
store full of lamps. That's a stupid idea. And so
that's really a full circle moment.
Full circle. I just died laughing because as soon as they showed the outside of it, I knew exactly what it was. And I just died.
That is hilarious.
So
that's funny.
But watch
that's
that movie.
Funny.
Good movie.
I'm still waiting for them to come out with a Blade announcement movie or something, but that's not happening.
Damn, they don't like us.
They don't like Snipes.
They don't like Snipes.
They not like Snipes.
All right.
That's funny. All right.
All right, fellas. Romy, want to close it out?
All right, y'all. Until next time, make sure you tap in with the Comedy Trap House. You can still send videos and whatnot, and well, you're gonna see Emmanuel's face at some point when he decides to get back in camera status. I don't know what's wrong with him, but we'll figure it out.
I'm look maxing in a broken mirror right now. I'm trying to get my
okay.
It's one of two things. It's one of two things. One, he just really don't want to show himself, or two, his arguments against Max lose again with his PC.
Truth is, I'm giving out some dyke dick right now, so I'm gonna holler at you later. All right.
All right, y'all.
Peace.